Hey guys, so I'm here to bring you a really quick video on some crochet hair tips for beginners. So I've got to start with that if you decide to pursue the crochet hair life, it will be everything. When you go to the beauty supply, there are so many options. You pretty much have anything you want. But when you very first start, for your first install, I would suggest using a kinkier or curlier hair because it's much more forgiving than the straighter hair textures. The straighter the hair, the more skill you have to have. So when you do a kinkier or curlier hair, what happens is that it is very forgiving. Your install can be a hot mess, but you can still walk away looking fabulous. My very first install, I gotta be real honest, I'm not even sure how some of my crochet knots were attached to my scalp. I didn't know what was going on, but in the end, it looks really natural, and it lasted for about 3 weeks, which was really good because my install was really crazy. So I would suggest that kinkier hair because it's really forgiving. My next suggestion is to take a look at your hair, how it grows and how it responds to cornrows and braids, and decide what you want your braid pattern to be. For me personally, there are four very important braids when you do your braid pattern. It'll be whatever two braids make up your part. These two braids have to be tight and they have to be tiny. You want them to be tight and tiny because you want your hair to look natural. So once you attach the crochet hair to the cornrow, you want it to look like it's coming from your scalp. The larger the braid is, the harder it is to conceal that. The other two braids that are important for me personally, based on the way my hair goes, are two braids that I use on the side to contain my edges. So my edges can be really unruly, they can get really curly, they don't like being put into straight back cornrows, they pop out all the time. It's nothing I can do about it. No matter how tight I braid it, they pop out. So knowing that my own hair is like that, I've taken to doing two cornrows straight down the side and then braiding it back from there, just to capture all those edges so that the hair doesn't have a problem blending and looking natural. That part is important, and it's individual to your own hair and how it grows. The third thing I would suggest is to start from the back of your hair. Some people say start from the front, that way if you get tired or lazy, at least the front looks really good. But when you don't know what you're doing, you don't want to start from the front because you don't want to mess up like what everybody's looking at. So you want to start in the back, at least until you get comfortable, just to make sure that you kind of get the hang of using the crochet needle to do your installation. Now, you're going to see a lot of videos, and a lot of these YouTube ladies are amazing at what they do. It takes them like 3 hours to install the hair. Do not feel bad if that is not you. If it takes you 5 to 6 hours, to me, that's normal. It takes me forever to put in my own personal crochet hair, and I really don't have a problem with it. Some ladies start from the front because they don't want it to get messed up. If you get tired and you don't feel like doing it, just take a break, put on a hat, put on a scarf, whatever. You will look cute and go about your day and come back to it later. And my final tip for crochet hair is that when you are doing it, you want to make sure that you pay attention to the different parts of your hair. What I mean by that is you have to pay attention to how your hair grows. And well, not really how it grows, but how it's falling, because it's not growing, it's fake, right? But how it's gonna fall around your face. Because it is fake hair, you have to keep in mind that the more you pack in, the faker it will look. So you have to go, it's different sections. There are sections where you should space out the hair, which is like around the perimeter of your hair, versus like the actual crown and center part of your hair. You want to pack that hair in tighter and tighter and tighter until eventually it's all packed in back to back to back. So you want to keep conscious of that as you're styling your hair to make sure you're not putting in too much hair. When you first start, to you it's going to look like it's not enough hair, but if you put in all the hair, you're going to look like a lion from the Wizard of Oz. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to how the hair is looking, and depending on what kind of hair you buy, it kind of dictates how many packs of hair you use. For some hair, you'll only use 2 to 3 packs. For other hair, you use like 5 to 6 packs. It really all depends. I go with the kinkier the hair, the bigger it is, the fuller the curls are, the less hair you need to use. The finer the hair is, the more hair you need to use. So to me, those are like the most important tips I kind of wish I had known before I started. I watched a lot of videos about how to install and all of that stuff, but nobody really gives you the things, the basics you need to know before you install that hair. If you have any questions about your crochet hair installation or any questions at all, you can always drop them in the comments below. You can drop them in the comments on other videos. I'm always here to reach out to you and help you out with anything that I possibly can. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys subscribe and check out my other videos. Thank you so much.